I've been seeing a guy for a little over 2 years. Well, he has refused to put a title on it. Well, we're already in fuckity fuckville here. I like giving cities now to what's about to happen. So I've been seeing a guy for a little over 2 years. Well, he has refused to put a title on it. We both have been exclusive with each other. The other day, he told me a story that happened around the 1 year mark where he told one of my acquaintances that we were just fucking. Sounds like the same city, I guessed. It clearly upset me, and while he never apologized, he did later thank me for being in his life. What's up with that? Do I have a right to be upset over something from a year ago? I mean, yeah, and... 2 years without a title on a relationship? You are living in ambivalence. I don't even want to know what your nervous system is like. If you have gut issues or some GI dysfunction, I would be like, whoa, yeah, I would be mindful of that. Because you are living in a state of ambivalence. You don't actually know if you're being chosen. There's no security in the relationship. A year of hooking up with someone, and you think you're in a relationship, I guess, and they say that they're just fucking. What it tells me is that you are afraid to get clear on what someone wants to make sure it matches what you want. This is low accountability behavior. This is where we set a bar that's low because we're afraid that we deserve more, or we're afraid that if we say what we actually want, they're going to leave it. They're not going to want what we want. What we don't see, the mindfuck of this, is that when you declare what you want and they don't want what you want, that means they're not your person. That's the whole point. So if you express that, like, hey, now don't get me wrong, maybe at the beginning of this, you were afraid to actually declare what you wanted, or maybe not. Maybe you were like, yo, I just need to do the old bangity bang for a bit. I need to clear my head and other things. And who knows, that's fair. But at some point, you wanted exclusivity in a relationship, and you didn't express it, and you didn't get clear on what you wanted. And so this is really an invitation to all of us. When what you want changes, communicate what you want, because you can't later be mad that they didn't want what you want when you didn't fucking tell them. We do this all the time. We set expectations and we're like, you didn't meet them. And they're like, I didn't know that you wanted that. Yeah, but you didn't meet them. And if you really loved me, if you really knew me, you would just know all the things I don't say. And I'm like, that is a trap. Holy shit. That's setting up for failure, but it's because we're afraid of actually declaring what we truly want. This is such an invitation for anyone watching this. If you do this, the old, what do they call it? The bait and switch in sales, where you're like, hey, come get this thing on a discount. And then they're like, here's this way more expensive thing. Oh, we're out of the other one. And this is important that you pay attention to. This is an invitation to all of us. Stand in what you want. Stand in your worth. If you believe that if you settle for less than what you want, you tell yourself that you are worthy of less than what you want. You're sending a direct message, a superhighway message, right into your own heart and your gut that says, I will not stand up for myself. And when we do that, we end up in a state of chaos, a state of inflammation. How does that connect to health? Well, inflammatory states lead to illness. And so that's why usually it leads to chronic depression, leads to anxiety, because we're not actually in charge of the future. We're actually living in a state where we're not honoring ourselves. And man, I'd be pissed. Although, if you didn't get clear on what you wanted and then you found out, then in their experience, you were just fucking. And you're like, I thought we were loving and fucking. And they're like, no, we were just fucking. I would get upset with them, but I would also get upset with yourself that, and I mean this in a loving way, that you just realized the pain you're experiencing is the realization that you often abandon yourself to keep someone, that you often don't stand in the truth of what you actually want. What a gift that is. I gotta tell you, it's a painful gift to realize that you have never actually stood up for yourself. But here you are, and now you can change your life.